don't get the information alone. Try to share so that your friend, your sister, your wife, if you are a man watching, please share so that your sister, your wife, your family, any person at all can benefit from it. And if you're a man as well, please do watch so that you can teach your wife. Okay, yeah, so that you basically understand what women are going through, what women experience during the time of the month, or if you are looking forward to have a fruit of the womb. Okay, you might want to consider watching. Yeah, if you are trying, expecting, if you are a waiting mother, you are a TTC, maybe you should consider watching also. Okay, so assalaamu alaikum to you all. Welcome on board. It's Friday. Allah ya karba, barkamu da jima'a. Allah ya karba ya maimaita muna, ya kai mu sabon jima'a lafiya, ya gwada muna jima'a da yawa. So today I'm going to be speaking in, I think, 3 languages. I'll be speaking English, I'll be speaking Hausa, and I will be speaking Tree. Okay, Tree. So that everybody could have a clear understanding of what I'm about to teach. Because I've been receiving a lot of messages, okay, on when I posted a video on how to calculate your ovulation, the science of ovulation. I've been getting a lot of questions. So I felt I have to do this, okay? I have to carry you along with me to teach you how to calculate, to figure out your safe days, your fertile window, your cycle, okay? And also your ovulation, how to know it better. So if you're a young girl, you don't know your safe days, you don't know your fertile window, your fertile days, like the dangerous period, you don't know your cycle, your menstrual cycle, whether you are the 28, 30, 31, you don't know. The shortest cycle we have is 21, and the longest we have is 35. But the normal or the average cycle is the 28 days. Yeah, most of us are familiar with the 28 days. So I'm going to be sticking to the 28-day cycle. That one will be much easier and understandable. And you can use that format to calculate your cycle to know whether you are the 28, 29, 30, 31. Okay, so if you just join, make sure to share this live so that others will also benefit, please. So share for me. Please share for me. Share for me. Share this video, guys. Share. Yeah, Thomas, Alhamdulillah. Moji Agbe Dasola Hussein. Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. So basically, so guys, welcome on board. Okay, I'm just waiting to have quite a few of us so that we could start. So please, if you are just watching, make sure to share for me. Share. Please do share. Please share. So guys, without wasting much time, let's get started. Okay, so we are in the month of September, and September is 30 days. Okay, so I'm going to, so as not to confuse everyone or anyone, I'll be using the month of September. Okay, so we are using the month of September. And September has 30 days. Okay, so let's do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Pardon me, guys. So guys, let's assume this is our calendar. Okay, let's assume, I hope it's clear. Okay, so let's assume this is our calendar for this for September. Okay, this is our calendar. So we have from 1st to 30th. Okay, so this is a 30 days calendar. This is a 30 days calendar. Okay, so let's say this is oh la la, sorry about that. This is let's assume this is a 30 days calendar. Okay, this is Monday. What just happened to my pen? Oh no, no. I don't know. It has stopped working all of a sudden. Okay, fine. Let's assume this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay? My God. This has to work so that you could... Let me get a new marker. Please hold on. I want to get a new marker. Sorry, oh. So yeah, I've gotten a new marker. Okay, so let's say here is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, so 7 days a week and 30 days of the month of September. So let's assume you started your period, you started your menstruation on Tuesday. Okay, on Tuesday. It went up to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, let's say you are a 5 days person. Your period could have stopped on the 6th or maybe on the 7th. Okay, let's assume it started on Tuesday and it ended on Sunday. It could be the longest is 7 days to 2 weeks, and the shortest is 3 days. So let's assume it started on the Tuesday and then it stopped on Saturday or on Sunday. Okay, and from the day you started, okay, until the end of the month, until your next period, if we are using the 28-day cycle, so on the 2nd is your day 1, day 2 on the 3rd, day 3, day 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So on the 29th, okay, on the 29th is our cycle. Let's assume that is your cycle. So you are going to see your next period on the 29th. If you are not even sure, okay, if you are not sure of your cycle, in order to figure out your cycle, from the first day you start your period until the next period, so the days in between should be your cycle. So let's say you are a 28 days person. Okay, assumably you are a 28 days person and you started your period on the 2nd. You are supposed to see your period on the 29th. Okay, you are supposed to see your period on 29th. So the days in between, if you calculate the days in between your first your last period. I would say your last period, and the next period is your cycle. So like I said, if you started your period on the 28th, you note the date down until your next period. And let's say your next period came on the 29th or 30th. The days in between your last period and your next period is your cycle. Days between your last period to the next period is your cycle. I hope you understand me. Like I said, assuming you started your period on the 2nd, okay? You note the date down until 29th or 30th. The days in between the 2nd, which is the date you started, until the next period, either 29th or 30th. The days in between should be your cycle. That's how you should figure out whether you are a 28 days person, whether you are 29, whether you are 30 days, whether you're 31. That's how to figure out your cycle. The first day you started your period, you note the date down until the next period. So the days between should be your cycle. On averagely, most women fall within the 28-day cycle. So if you are 29th or more or less, in order to figure out what person you are based on your cycle, then you note the date of the beginning of your first period to the next period. That's why I said, assumingly you started your period on the 2nd until maybe 29th or 30th before you saw your next period. The days in between is your cycle. Okay? So today we'll be working with the 28-day cycle. So if you started your period on the 2nd, okay, and you are supposedly to see your period on the 29th. So the days in between is 28 days. From the day you started is 28 days. So in order to figure out where your ovulation is to divide the 28 by 2. Is to divide the 28 by 2, which is 14. So from on the 2nd, from the first day of your ovulation until the last, until the first day of your next ovulation, from the first day of your menses until the first day of the next menses is your cycle. So whether it is 28 days, 29 or 30th, you divide it by 2. But today we are working with the 28-day cycle. Okay, so that 28, you divide it by 2. And half of 28 is 14. So you are likely to start your ovulation on the 14th. So here is when you started your period with the 28-day cycle. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So here is your ovulation. Here is the 14th day. On the 15th is your 14th day. So this is the day you are likely to ovulate. Okay? This is the day you are likely to ovulate. So ovulation can start two days before the day of the ovulation and can extend to 3 days after ovulation. Okay? It can be 2 to 3 days before ovulation and 2 to 3 days after ovulation. So if you happen to be intimate, if you want to conceive, if you want to be pregnant, madam, ko bukoba silele de boti ya lana ya to yamana keko. If you want to conceive, then you should start being intimate from 12, on the 12th, on the 13th, 14th, and this day is supposed to be your ovulation day, 15, 16, 17. So these days are your fertile windows. These are the days you are likely to conceive. These are the days you are likely, if you try, you are likely to conceive. 3 days, 2 to 3 days before your ovulation day, okay, and 2 to 3 days after your ovulation day is your fertile window. These are the days you have to be active with intimacy if you want to conceive, if you want to be pregnant. These are the days you have to be active. This is your fertile window. These days are your fertile window. And this, on the 15th, is your ovulation day. On the 15th is your ovulation day. So if you want to conceive, you start trying, you start being intimate from on the 12th. From on the 12th, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You have to be intimate, okay? And ovulation lasts a day. It lasts 12 to 24 hours. When the egg is released, it lasts 12 to 24 hours. So if you are intimate 2 to 3 days before your ovulation, it's possible that you may get pregnant. But the possibility is high, is 100% high on the day of ovulation. And then after, the chances decreases, but also there's a chance of you being pregnant. So if you want to be pregnant, these are the days you are supposed to be active. And 2, if you want to avoid pregnancy, if you don't want to be pregnant, these are the days you have to stay away from intimacy if you don't want to be pregnant. That is on the 12th, 13, 14. On the 15th, it's supposed to be your ovulation day. 16, 17, 18. Also, you could be fertile during these days. So these are the days you have to stay away from intimacy. Or it's either you get a protection so that you don't become pregnant. It's either you get a protection in order to avoid pregnancy. It's either you get a protection to avoid pregnancy. But if you are looking forward to be pregnant, these are the days you have to be active. Okay, these are the days you have to be active. So here, from on the 12th, you are likely to be pregnant because your body is beginning to prepare itself for the D-Day, okay, for the ovulation day. So the rest of the days, from the time you ended your menses on the 8th, let's take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's say your period ended on Saturday. So from Sunday until the next Monday is your free or your safe days. These are your free or your safe days. You can have intimacy without thinking about pregnancy. So these are the days you are free. And from on the 18th, you are also free. Okay, you are also free for intimacy. You can have intimacy without having any issue of being pregnant. Okay, so from on the 7th until 11 is your safe days. Your safe days. These are days you can have intimacy without protection or without having the thought of being pregnant. But from on the 12th, your body has started preparing itself for conception. your body has started preparing itself for ovulation. So these are days that you are likely to be pregnant. So if you don't want to be pregnant, you stay away on these days. It's either you get yourself protected so that you don't get pregnant. Okay, so from on the 18th, you are free to have intimacy without any protection. That is your safe period. So those asking how to figure out, or like they don't understand when I explained about ovulation, how to calculate your ovulation. So from my previous video, I explained from the first day of the beginning of your period. Okay, from the first day of the beginning of your period, 14 days from the first day. So if you calculated 14 days from your first day, if you started your period on the second, third, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so this is when you will be ovulating. This is your ovulation day. This is the day the egg is released. Okay, so ovulation is a process whereby a matured egg is being released into the ovary. Okay, it's being released into your womb, into the uterus. Ovulation is a process whereby a matured egg is being released into the uterus. That's your womb. From the fallopian tube into the uterus, your womb. Okay. And some people ask, is it every woman that ovulates? Every woman is likely to ovulate, but there are some women who have delayed ovulation. And delayed ovulation, they do ovulate, but they do not ovulate on time. So it's called absent ovulation or anovulation. The delay of ovulation. That's why some women do not have stable days of their menstrual period. Other women don't have period at all. It's because the egg, which is supposed to be matured, it doesn't get matured enough to be released. That's why some women do not experience ovulation. Theirs are delayed. So when ovulation doesn't occur, it's likely your period or your menstruation may also may not be stable. It's either there is absence ovulation or the ovulation may be delayed. So you may likely not get a stable menstrual cycle, or your period is delayed or absent period at all. Okay, so those asking, this is how to figure out your fertile days, your fertile window, your safe days, okay, and your cycle, menstrual cycle. So like I said, 14 days from the beginning of your period is your ovulation. That's when your ovulation starts, 14 days. Okay, and to figure out your cycle, whether you are 28, 29, 30, 31, to figure out, start noting the day from the first day of your period to the next period. So the days in between is your cycle. That's how to figure out. So those asking me, what is my cycle? I started my menses on the 9th, on the 8th, on the 11th. When am I, what is my cycle? When am I likely to ovulate? This is how to go about it. Today is 23rd, okay? Today is Friday. Let's assume you started your period today. Please note the date down. Write the date down on the 23rd. Until you see your next period. Until you see your next period. The next day, you see your next period. Then you calculate the days in between. That should be your cycle. So any day you calculated, whether 28, whether it's 30, you divide it by 2. You divide it by 2. So it's likely, even if you don't figure out the ovulation day, you could figure out the days. It's easy. It will be easier for you to figure out the days. It's as simple as that. So if you want to be pregnant, if you are looking forward to be pregnant, if you are a waiting mother, it's very, very important that you know your cycle. You should know your fertile days and your safe days. The days you have to be busy with intimacy. So if you are an expecting mother, or if you are a waiting mother, a waiting woman, okay, you are waiting to get pregnant, you should consider knowing your cycle, how to calculate your ovulation, okay, and knowing your fertile window, when to be intimate, consistent with intimacy, okay. So that's just about it. So if you have any question regarding this, you can ask. You can ask your question. Alaikum assalam. Thank you, guys. So guys, if you have any question, you can ask. Okay, I didn't intend to make this video long. So to those asking me, please, how can I calculate? Even though I have explained, I hope you get it with this explanation. If you still don't get it, please let me know so that I can make a pre-recorded video on how to explain. Okay, yeah, if you still don't understand, let me know so that I can do a pre-recorded video where I can explain more further. It's as easy as that. Okay, so you note the day from which you started your period, okay, until your next period. The days in between is your cycle. The days in between is your cycle. On averagely, most women are likely to menstruate or to have the 28-day cycle. And 28, if you divide it by 2, is 14. So on the 14th, it's your ovulation day. So 2 days or 3 days to your ovulation, you are likely to be fertile. Okay? It's dangerous for you to engage in intimacy, to have sex. If you don't want to be pregnant, you have to avoid sex, unprotected sex, from 2 to 3 days before your ovulation, and then 2 to 3 days after your ovulation. Okay? 2 to 3 days after your ovulation. That's when to avoid. And if you want to get pregnant, you shouldn't miss your ovulation day. That's when you have to be, because the egg the egg takes just 24 hours, 12 to 24 hours after it's being released. It survives 12 to 24 hours after it's being released. So if you are intimate on your ovulation day, there's a high chance of you getting pregnant. So if you're a young girl also, if you want to avoid pregnancy because you are schooling, you don't want to damage your career, you want to, abstain. Abstinence is the best. But if you refuse to abstain, if you refuse to listen, okay? If you refuse to listen, if you decide to disobey Allah, if you decide to disobey God, and you want to eat the apple, if you disobey Allah, if you want to eat the apple, you have to be careful so that you don't get yourself entangled with pregnancy. If you know you are not ready to be buying Pampers, if you know you are not ready to mother a child, then you have to pay attention to this. If you know you are not ready to take any responsibility of a child, then you have to pay attention. The days that you are in your fertile days, you are in the dangerous times, you don't go close to intimacy. You don't go close to sex, because at the end of it, it's pregnancy. So if you want to avoid pregnancy, you have to know your cycle. know your dangerous days and your free days. So if you want to disobey God and you still want to try when you don't have the license to, it's important that you know this. And if you are married and you are looking forward to having a fruit of the womb, if you are waiting, it's important that you know your cycle and know it very well, so that you know when to strike, when to be more intimate, so that you don't end up being intimate on your free days, and then when it gets to your fertile days, you are rather relaxed. So guys, I hope I have explained this enough. Okay, so like I said, if you still don't understand, I'll make a pre-recorded video to explain more. I'll make a pre-recorded video to explain more. So guys, that's just about it. So wherever you are watching, please make sure you share so that everybody could benefit from it. So guys, thank you so much. Yeah, so basically that's it. I hope I've been able to explain to your understanding. Yeah, I hope I've been able to explain to your understanding. So like I said, I'll be doing it in 3 languages. I'm done with the English, so let's move to Hausa. So jama'a takaice in kuna saurare na, idan ki mace kina son ki dauki ciki, 1, in kina son ki kiyaye kanki da ciki, 2, in kina son ki gane cycling ki, idan da ki period, da ki fashi cycling ki, to ki maida hankali. In kina son ki gane ranar da ya kamata ki sadu da mijinki, in kina son ki doki ciki, shi ki maida hankali. In kina son ki kiyaye kanki da dokan ciki, sai ki maida hankali. To wangan gane na zalanga kalanda kenan, watan September, kalanda watan September na zana. Shi sa alal misal na zana September 30 days ne. September na da 30 days, from 1st to 30th, from 1st to 30th, ko ba haka ba? Shi sa from 1st na mu doke shi kamar 1st na Monday kenan, Atani, Talata, Laraba, Alhamis, Juma'a, Asabar, Ladi, ko ba haka? Isa mu doke shi kamar na ka shigan watan September da kwana biyu kika fara periodinki, kika fara fashi, kika fara periodinki. Watakila periodinki kina yin shi 3 days ko 5 days. Usually 5 days ne shi ke da yawa. Kina yin periodinki 5 days. Shi sa da kika fara na ranar kwana biyun September, that is on the 2nd, on the 3rd, na 3, 4, 5, 6, sai kika gama. Sai ki zana ranar da kika fara period, sai ki zana datin ki ajiye. Sai ki gida an ranar da kika kuma fara period ke kuma komo. An ranar da period ya kuma komo, to alal misal mu doke shi period ya komo a cikin watan September, ya kuma komo ranar 29th ko 30th. Ya komo 29th ko 30th. To kwanakin da ke tsakanin ranar da kika fara nan, al sabon kwanakin da ke tsakanin ranar da kika fara, al sabon ranar da ya kuma komo periodinki, fashinki ya kuma komo nan, kwanakin da ke saka nan, to cycling ki kenan. Isa in kin duba, in kin kiyaye kwanakin da ke tsakanin nan, zai yi 28 days, 29 days ko 30 days. Kwanakin da za ki kiyaye tsakanin days nan, to shine cycling ki, shi ake kiran menstrual cycle, shi ake kiran cycle. kwanakin da zaki ranar da kika fara fashi, ranar da kika fara period, har the next period nan, kwanakin da ke sakan nan shine cycling ki. Mafi yawa shine 28 days. Mafi yawan cycle shine 28 days. Idan kina so ki gane ke ma 28 days ne, ke 30 days ne, ke 31 day ne. To, in kika zana date na kika fara nan, all the next period nan, to shi ya bar ki gane. Amma yau za mu yi aiki da 28 days. Ki samu doke shi kaman ki 28 days ne. In ki 28 days ne, kin fara period ki on the 2nd. To, the next period ki da zaki ganna kin ganshi 29th. 28 days kenan ko. To wannan 28 days na ki raba biyu. In ki raba biyu yana da 14. On the 14th, sai san kin kirya from the 2nd day na kika fara period kin nan. Al 14 ya zo sai kan date on the 15th. To wannan ranan nan shine ake kira ovulation day. Ranan da kwan ke fito ke zuwa ya sauka cikin mahaifanki. Ranan da kwan ke zo ya sauka cikin mahaifanki. To in kwai ne ya zo saukan nan, to yana giran ruwan namiji. Ya so in kin sadu da mijinki ne, in kin samu da mijinki ya sa miki ruwan shi, to ruwan nan zai zo ya sadu da kwan sai ya zama ciki. To kwan yana last 12 to 24 hours, 12 al 12 to 24 hours kwan nan ke last. Shi yasa in 28 days ne da nace kamar muna amfani da shi, in kira ba biyu na da 14. Shi yasa tun ranar da kika fara period ɗinki 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14, kinga on the 15th na shine ovulation ki. Ranar da zaki ovulate. Ranar da kin samu da mijinki, in kin samu da mijinki zaki iya ki doki ciki. To kinga wanga date nga on the 15th nga. Kwana biyu ko kwana uku kamin wanga date kai duka. Kika yi kwana da mijinki zaki iya ki doki ciki. An kika yi kwana da namiji zaki iya ki doki ciki. Amma kinga ranar on the 15th na, ranar 14 na, to wannan chance ki doki ciki na da high, yana bisa. Idan kika sadu da mijinki zaki iya ki doki ciki. Ranar on the 15th, that is 14th day no, ovulation na. Kwanaki biyu ko uku bayan wannan rana kuma zaki iya ki doki ciki in kin kwana da namiji, in kin kwana da mijinki. In kina neman ki doki ciki kenan. Yasa kwanakin ga ya kamata ki kokari da saduwa da mijinki in kina son ki doki ciki. Kwanakin ga ya kamata ki himmar saduwa da mijinki in kina son ki doki ciki. Kuma in kina son ki kiyaye kanki da dokan ciki, kin ga wanga kwanakin ga, to ki kiyaye kanki da saduwa da mijinki ko kuwa protect kanshi. Isi da ki protect kanki ko shi ma protect kanshi. In ba ki son ki doki ciki, kwanakin ga ki kiyaye kanki. Amma kin ga in kika fara period, an ranar da kika kare period, to kwanakin da ke gaban shi duka kina da free ki sadu da mijinki ba da wani tunani kamar kin doki ciki ba. Kin gani in kin fara period in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th kika gama, to from 7 8 9 10 11 kina da free ki kwana da mijinki, ki sadu da mijinki ba da wani matsala ba. Ki sadu da mijinki ba da wani matsala ba. Amma kinga from the 12th nan, from the 12th al 17 al 18th nan, in kika sadu da mijinki kina ki doki ciki. Shi yasa idan ba ki son ki doki ciki, wadanga days ne ya kamata ki kiyaye kanki. To bayan on the 18th nan, 19th 20th al ki fara sabon period ɗinki, shi kuma kina da free ki kwana da mijinki ba da wani matsala ba, ba da wani tunani kamar kin doki ciki ba, kina da free. shi sa kwana biyu kwana uku kamin ki fara ovulation, kamin kwan ya shigo cikin mayafanki. Bayan kwan ya shigo kuma kwana biyu da kwana uku bayan wannan ranar kuma zaki iya ki doki ciki. Shi sa wadannan kwanakin nan su ne dangerous kwanaki a mace. In kina son ki kiyaye kanki da dokan ciki, dangerous kwanaki ke ga. Amma in kina son ki yi ciki, kwanakin ga kamata ki himma da sunna. To wanga kwanakin ga shi zai bar ki doki ciki. Amma ba ki son ki doki ciki, sai ki kiyaye kanki kwanakin ga. Amma sauran kwanakin kina da free ki sunna da mijinki, ba da wani tunani kamar kin doki ciki ba. So aka yake, it's very 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 yana da bai da karfi. In kika mai da ankari zaki gane bai da karfi. Bai da karfi. San kina son ki gane farko ranar da kika fara periodin ki, bakwai biyu, 2 weeks time, 14 on the 14th, to ovulation ki ya fara kenan. To ranar da kika gan kamar ovulation ki dai fara 2 days ko 3 days to wannan ranar nan duka in kin samu da mijinki da ke ki ciki. In kuma yare mace ne in ki yare mace ya mata ki san cycle ki kiyaye kanki. Ki san kina cikin wani relationship da ba ki son ki doki ciki, to ki kiyaye kanki wadda wanga days. In san kina tare da wani ba ki da ki zaman ma ba ki da ki duba yaro ba. In kin ce ba za ki ji maganar Allah ba, ko ba za ki ji maganar iyayenki ba, kika ce zaki kina da samari, in yace miki a'a mu yaka, in ki san ba ki da ba, ki kiyaye kanki da zina. In kin ce kan ba ki ji maganar Allah ko ba ki ji maganar iyayenki, zaki try. In kuma ba ki kin san ba ki son ki doki ciki, to shaki kokar ki gane cycling ki gane days ne ya kamata ki kiyaye kanki. Wanga education nike bayarwa, ba wai na encourage, ina sani a disclaimer, ba wai na gwada wannan encourage yaran mata su sani su san lokacin da za su je su yi ta lalata ba. No, as kowane mace yana bukata kamar ta san wanga duka, ta sa abin da ke gudana cikin jikinta. Kowane mace ya kamata ki san wanga. Akwai wasu mun yi sa'a kana tashi ana nuna maka, wani kuma ba nuna maka, kai da kanka zaka nemi anyanka ka sani. Yau yara mata da yawa sun tashi sun tarbe kansu da ciki, ba su san yadda da su yi da kansu ba. Inda sun san wan, inda ba su yi mai ba, inda wannan abu bai afku musu ba. Shi sa in kina duban bidiyon ga ki yi kokari ki share, so wani kuma ya ci amfanin shi. Shi sa takaice shikenan. Isa wanda still bai understand ba, ku bari in sani, so in tun record video da na explain. So wannan na san shi ba zai yi sau aka ba. Na gode sosai. So enyanum ene body yi so amushe sa wo ba na se o pese o bo hu ban o pese o be fa ifuru, o pese o fa ifuru. So wo yo ba warefo na se o twen se o be fa ifuru, o pe akola o twen se o twen se o be fa ifuru a ehia pa se o be hu o cycle days a o ye feta days a wo se unu ku na ehia. Se o be se o be nyin so a days a wo se o bo hu ban. Se o nye ready se o be nyima days a wo se o bo hu ban. Days a wo se oni be ma ehia. Se oni o be se oni be ma hia wo se o bo hu ban. We ya ba wa wo ko school wo career be se wo achieve, wo be se wo be jeopardize wo career, wo be se wo career nanso wo twempna enenso wo be se wo banyima se na ya wo be hwe hu ya wo se wo ni mo cycle se na ya ngo fa afuro bi embe se wa brabo. Nti ne won wo body so ase calendar matro, ase calendar matro. Inti yemfa ne se wo ye wo busumi September mu. September 30 days. Inti ehun days na matchroy 1 to 30. Ena cycle no, ma cycle no. Ye wo short cycle, and ye wo long cycle. But most averagely no, the 28 day cycle no, and it also. The short cycle no 21 days, and the longest no 35 days. The average cycle no 28 days. Inti enne ye the 28 days there na e be adwuma. Inti amfa ne say what start to period on the 2nd, which is Tuesday. No about date na to go. Obo date ni to a until the next period obesa ya no. No about no date at all. Inti say you 28 day cycle na. O next period no ebe 29th. Inti from the day I will start to first period, e kopim the next period no. Days na wo in between and na ye cycle. Inti se unnim se na obe calculate u cycle la. Sa na ye di calculate no. Day a obe show menses ase. E kopim the next day, then the next menses a obe no. Days na wo infin no and na ye cycle. Inti yemfa ne se when we 28 day cycle. Say na obe hu ovulation. Ovulation ye a time a edru a nkosua efri o nkosua efri o body no ebe gina wa wodie nu se na ya woni be mehia na wa fefuro na during that time no o body no e prepare no ho nti process a nkosua no efri o fallopian tubes no ebe gina wa wodie nu ene e fe no ovulation na ada akosua no eba hye wa wodie nu ene e ovulation day no niza opese ofa efuro a time I was say wonu ukunu eye intimate en e was say dem wo ena oba bia ne se ne hote ye wo maybe wo ho a say omo ovulate enye so omo ovulate o nanso e delay ena onye ovulation so a ontimi nya period into most of man omo nya ovulation kosua na e wo say enyin ansa abeda awode num nkosua ne enyi se enyi ya entimi beda awode num ema ne nane moja se be ma na anfa ne be ma ne hunso ambeka nkosua na bo na da ne moja nti wo se onya o period nanso e delay and sometimes onya o period no on time and a delayed ovulation friend an ovulation na je say nkosua no enyi na abeda wa wudie nim nte na man bi omunya delayed menstruation na no menstruation at all obo wa kasa won ovulate because won signs no it's because egg no mature enough nti embeda awudie nim. That's the reason why. Into baby answer na also obefefro you have to ovulate. And how to figure out your ovulation. And in a mature no. Nti so ope say ofefro a like say me chere ko see how to figure out your cycle. Nti days me won between no. And na would be hu cycle. Okay. Nti when we say o cycle no 28 days no. I feel the 28 days no chemu mienu. So wo chemu mienu a e be 14. 14 no and the day a wo be there. Or start with ovulation. In the end, say, so I start with period on the 2nd. Calculate it from on the 2nd of go see 14th. About better on the 15th. In the same day, way now. I was say, who ovulate. Because you know, ever that wa udiem. It's over so fair for a Saturday way. I was so we share on who took no to. So baby, I will be as obedient nature, dinachi. So no sooner about 2 hours. Aha. Saturday also we get on. Ono okunumusha Saturday ni de obetimi afa efuru ene 2 to 3 days before Saturday no so it's possible so obetimi afa efuru but ovulation day no high the possibility near high and 2 to 3 days after the ovulation day no so otimi afa efuru so you have to note 2 to 3 days after ovulation no so otimi afa efuru now so 3 days after ovulation no so 3 days Take note. On the 15th, no, your ovulation day. 2 to 3 days before on the 15th, no, are also your fertile windows. Ultimate faithful at this time. So you have to note it down. 2 to 3 days after ovulation day, no, so you have to note it down. From the 19th up to your next period, your free days, safe days, and only who could be share without any problem. So be faithful. Only who could be share without any problem. So be faithful. Indeed, I hope say explanation way clear. But still more understanding. More me who say I met me video I recorded that. And no be easy for your understanding. Inti amount for adiasa. Nam 10 something. Inti. Unsa adiasa na sa woka sa ekwo echiri pa. Inti. Eno ano no midbesi a. Edase pa omo nyamre ambehwe me nyina medamo ase. To yawa ina na gode muku kunda kuka yi lokacin da kuka zo kuka duba ni. Na gode muku sosai. So if you are watching, don Allah ku kokari ku share video nga. So thank you so much for making the time to watch, and please do try to share the video so that everybody could also benefit from it. So thank you so much, guys.